What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BMX45, and we're coming at you with another video. We have another in our 3D printing series. We're looking at some of our prints that we've done on our X1 Carbon by Bambu Lab. We've been doing a lot of printing lately. I haven't had time to really put up many of the videos of the things we have been printing, but I wanted to showcase and show you guys some of the things we've been doing, and hopefully we'll have some more cool like terrain pieces for Legion that we can show you in the coming year. I bought a lot of different models off of Imperial Terrain for a good price, so I got lots of cool things I want to print for my Legion table, as well as other projects we've been doing and just cool things that we're expanding our repertoire and trying to do more, and just having fun with the 3D printer because it's just so great. We make some of the best birthday presents and Christmas presents, you know, better than wasting your money going out and buying crap from Walmart that's just overpriced garbage, and you're kind of like, why am I wasting my money on this? I wouldn't buy this for myself. Why am I buying it for someone else? So it's just kind of interesting that, you know, I love the 3D printing aspect of it, and I hope you guys enjoy these videos where we do go over the time-lapse videos of the 3D prints and kind of see what we've been doing so you can see what we were doing. And hey, we're going to have more content coming on the channel. We got deck profiles for EX8 coming up. I actually have some Legion expansions to open. I have the Rebel Sleeper Cell and the Riot Control Squad that came out back in October. Like I said, I've kind of moved stores because I think my local store is kind of probably going out of business, so they haven't really been doing a good job for me. But hopefully this new store, they're interested in getting me on the hook with some of my expansions. So hopefully I'll have the Aqua Droids and the Crab Droids a lot earlier. They just came out on the 17th, so they are going to be out, but unfortunately, because Lions is the only one that supplies them in Canada, I will not see them probably for another week and a half, especially with how slow everything is after the Canada Post strike. It's making things move a lot slower. The nice thing about Digimon is it's right there in Vancouver, so it's one day overnight, sometimes 2 days, depending on the shipper, from Vancouver to the island. So that's why it takes so long to get some of this stuff. So we will have box openings for those Legion expansions that are 3 months old, and hopefully within a week or two I will be able to give you the new ones. By then we might have some hobby news for Legion, but let's get into it. Let's talk about the 3D prints we have been doing. Hope you guys enjoy this content as always, and hey, if you enjoy it, please be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, let's get into it. We got our first one here. These time-lapse videos are pretty... So we've been doing some cool little eggs, some dragon eggs here. And this one kind of failed a couple times. I had to actually add a brim to it because it didn't get stuck down. I do have my 3D printer in my garage, so I'm thinking that the weather has something to do with it. Now that we're in the colder seasons, winter, I might need to use brims more because sometimes it's just not sticking to the plate, although the gold plate is the best plate. You can see there, that's the top half of the egg. Let's see if that's the bottom half. I think this is the one where it screwed up. See if you can see at some point, I think, or no, well, this is one of the screw up ones that I used a brim to, so you can see the bottom half of the egg, and then you can kind of screw it together there, which is kind of really cool, and basically make a little dragon egg. But something happened. Oh, okay, I think I know what happened here. So yeah, so the brim, you can see it kind of move. If you just see it jump, yeah, that's what happened. So at the end, for some reason, the force of the laser just pushed it a little bit, and then that screwed up the print, and you get all the spaghetti defects, unfortunately. What about this one here? I think this is the one where, yeah, same thing. That's where we didn't use the brims. You can see there, if you look, I didn't use that little brim at the bottom to help adhere it, and then that thing just went all over the place. Because that thing goes pretty fast. It goes massively fast. What do we got? Oh, the dragon. So this was a birthday present for one of my 3-year-old's friends. So we made a dragon there. And that was the one that turned out. We used supports, and it kept the head from moving because it's articulating, and the supports actually really helped keep the wings in place, so there's no rough edges on the wings, so it actually turned out really, really good. In the previous ones, we didn't use supports, so I think if this is going to be another one, you can see there. We tried using a brim, but it didn't really brim it. It just created an outer layer, and then you see like there, the head articulated while it was still printing, and it just fell out. and then everything was all messy. So sometimes supports are good. I do like models where you don't have to use supports. I really do like it when you don't have to use supports, but sometimes they are necessary. Especially there, you see that one was even better. Both heads fell off both times, especially with those articulating ones, because sometimes the pieces that articulate them are like really small, and sometimes if you change the size, they don't work out. These were little worry stones we made for our oldest child because he's kind of a bit of a worrier. So that was kind of cool, like always making cool things that kind of help him out, which is I really love. That is, this one's cool. And this is cool because it's in our dual colors, and our dual colors are so nice. So this is a dragon dice tray? Yeah. Dice tower, I guess you'd say. Dragon dice tower. So right there's the eye holes. You put the dice down the eye holes, and then they roll into the mouth. And it's really, really cool. Made this for my nephew for Christmas because he's into D&D. And it just looks super good. And a shout out to my friend Brian, who does all this stuff. He's a better 3D printer than I. He's the one who got me on the X1 Carbon, so I appreciate him because I love this machine. We made some Christmas ornaments. That one I think didn't turn out well, but this one was for me actually. My wife made this for me. This is a Jack and Sally on the hill for Nightmare Before Christmas. That was really, really cool. What else we got here? We have... Oh, this one's a cool one, and it's going to take a while. So this one here is, I believe, is a character from Call of Duty. My wife made this as a Christmas present for her Secret Santa at work. And it's like a statue of, I don't know if his name is Ghost. But here, we'll speed it up a little bit here. You can't really see him because we had to use so much supports, but there's his gun and stuff like that. I wish I had him around to show you the finished product. So there's got a cape. You can see he's holding his gun, and then kind of there, and then that's the finished product. And then we have to take all those tree supports off, and it pretty much worked out. The only thing is that the gun did break. I didn't break it. My wife actually, I was really careful not to break because I'm like, because I know with Legion models, you're like, gotta be careful about that. She accidentally broke the back half of the gun and had to glue it. But so you gotta be really careful with those tiny pieces. They're just really hard. Or use more infill. That's the other solution is use more material, use more infill. And we also made like a little base for it to stand on. So that was kind of cool. Just a little rock base that she found, and then you can put the figurine on there and paint it and stuff like that. So that was really cool. Back down here, we got even more projects here. This was another egg we made for my wife's boss. This was our other dual color. Nice black and red. It looks super, super slick. I can't wait for Bambu to come out with more dual colors because I actually really like it. And there was another ornament. That one looked pretty good. This one she used the effects plate, which can actually you can make phone cases and stuff like that, and you have these starry effects will actually come on the one side. So that's actually really cool. We made these little trees for all my son's friends at school and for Christmas. So they basically, you just cut out the sprues and you can make a Christmas tree with them, little Christmas trees. So it's kind of cool for little kids. You get to build something. We did that with the reindeers last year, if you guys remember. I don't actually remember what these are. I really don't remember what these are. My wife made them. But I can't, for the life of me, I'm not sure what they do. I'll have to ask. This is one of the things I got off Imperial Terrain, and I haven't finished printing it because I literally just printed the tower. So this is the a big, huge kind of ancient Jedi kind of monolith. I believe this is the top section because it comes in two sections, and then there's an even bigger bottom section to it that it sits on, and I haven't printed that yet, so I've just printed the tower itself. So that's the top half of the tower, and then here, if we look at this one here, this is see that it has an opening. So this is the bottom half of the tower. So that other section I glued onto the top, so it's all one piece now. I guess I could have probably brought that over to show it, but it's pretty basic terrain piece. And then you can print a bunch of the bottom pieces. It's like a cascading like stairs up to the tower on all sides. So that's kind of, yeah, there's the entrance goes up to there, and then you get up to the top here, and this, you glue the top half onto there, and it's actually really kind of super big. So that's kind of cool. So I enjoyed printing that. I think this was another egg. This was a bigger egg we did for my son. I actually like the top of it better than the other one. We ended up doing that for his birthday. There's the bottom half. We'll speed that up. And then we made him a super nice big purple articulating dragon, which turned out really well. Honestly, it was super good. Only had to use a little bit of supports, so that was nice. The one thing about supports is sometimes they ruin parts of the model, like they don't have the nice finish to them. So it's better if like the supports kind of go somewhere where you're not, like the bottom, where you're not going to notice it. That's kind of nice. This is part of a paint brush holder that we made for a gift basket at my son's school. So that's one part of it. And then the other part is right here. And what you end up doing is you end up screwing that top part on, and then you can have, and then the paint brushes can actually go either inside, or they can sit through those holes in the top, kind of sit down on the edge. It's actually really cool. Yeah, just like that. So it's actually, my wife did this, and she's like, man, I want to make one for myself. And I'm like, yeah, me too. It looks really good. So some really cool stuff you can get online, and most of those for free. Like other than the stuff I bought in Imperial Terrain, pretty much everything we've done is free. We did for my son's birthday. He had a robot themed birthday party, so we did this is the Autobot symbol for keychains, and we also did Decepticons in purple, and the purple dual color, so that was really cool. And then and then the red for reddish dual color, blue dual color for Autobots, so that was actually pretty cool. I've got a lot of things. Jeez, there's a lot. I haven't done this in a while. This was a little robot my wife did. She kind of liked it. It was cute. It used a lot of supports. It does move, like the head moves, the arms move. The arm kind of got messed up a tiny bit. Yeah, but other than that, it was actually pretty cute. She actually keeps this at work. The one thing I don't like about this is like when you take out the supports, you got to get all the chunks up inside there, and that can be quite difficult. So that's why I like models that the person found a way to not use supports. We also did articulating bat symbols for this. Like we were trying out a whole bunch of different things for my son's birthday party, and a bunch of them weren't working. So that's why we switched to the Transformer ones. Originally, we were going to do little articulating robots, but a lot of these ones, the legs got screwed up, because what would happen is if any of this stuff moved during the print, it just screwed it right up. And then sometimes these little bits here wouldn't print right, and so you'd have the arm fall off because the articulating parts weren't connected. We also made, this was pretty cool. This my wife made for like the cabinet to put all our like spices, like our spice packs and like gravy packs in. Things like your taco seasoning. That is actually a really awesome idea that I just loved, because it's just useful storage, and it's simple to make, and it's, then you're not buying stuff like that. So that was actually really cool. We did we went to a Halloween party where we dressed up, and I was the Mad Hatter. She was the Queen of Hearts. So she printed herself a Queen of Hearts crown. This one turned out pretty good, except for the fact that it was way too big for her head. So she couldn't really wear it because it kind of fell. If she moved around too much, like if she was dancing, it would fall. Otherwise, it would pretty much stay on her head. But she did a really good job and decorated. It was actually really nice. She also did a staff. So this is part of the staff. It's a heart for the centerpiece of the staff, and this one was actually pretty cool too. Unfortunately, it got destroyed just because it did not hold up. One part of it was that it's screwed together, and people have to be careful when they print stuff, because if they don't create the threads correctly, it doesn't work. So there's like that piece right there is where the heart sits in. That's the top of the scepter. But as we get up to the top of the scepter, you can see like probably threads for the different pieces of the scepter. Like as it gets up to the top, it'll start to create a spot for, yeah, that's the bottom. But that's the threads. They stripped. They literally, they were not, they went, got tight before you even got them together. And then if you tried to like tighten it to get it, it would just snap. So in the end, she ended up having to just glue the pieces together, and that made for a weaker staff. So unfortunately, the print, the STL file was just not good enough. That they should have worked on they should have worked on the threads. They're just not that good. And I wish like these things had better reviews, because if people actually did this, and they'd be like, oh yeah, the threads are not great on this. We tried doing this for my son's robot Halloween costume, but unfortunately the helmet did not fit him here. So unfortunately it was, we failed this a couple times, but that was like the best one, but it was just wasn't big enough for his head. And more storage boxes we did for the wife, for her craft desk, because they're just really simple, easy. They almost never fail, and just really great options for storage. So that was basically the last probably 6 months of printing. Honestly, we did a ton of stuff. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this, as always. I hope you guys enjoy watching how cool it is that we can play back those videos of the X1 Carbon just making all this stuff in a time-lapse video. I really love it, because it's really cool to see exactly, because you don't always watch it on the screen. Just let stuffing print. So just being able to go back and look at it, I just find is really refreshing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything cool you would want us to see print, let us know, and we'll try to make that happen. Otherwise, we'll just continue to do some fun stuff and show you guys. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video and any of the other 3D printing videos we do, and hopefully we'll bring them to you real soon. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. That's all for now, folks.